Nigeria's power grid continues to collapse despite more than $1 billion loan grant. Now, in this video, I'm going to present to you how many times or how frequently is the power grid of Nigeria collapsing, why this is happening, exactly how much grants Nigeria has secured so far in the name of to improve its power industry and its impact. These are the things we are going to look at in this video. Now, Nigeria's power collapses again actually in 2024 for the sixth time, and so far from 2014 until 2024, that's like in a decade time, it has collapsed for 105 times. This is what's happening in Nigeria. Now, the collapse has hit three states, big cities in the country, which is Lagos, Abuja, and the Kano states. Now, how much dollars have secured Nigeria in the name of improving its power industry or infrastructure? It has secured, for example, in December 2023, $750 million from World Bank. And also it has secured in July 2024, this year, another $500 million from the African Development Bank. So that will leave us, they have secured $1.25 billion so far. But now, where is the money going? Because this is a power grid. This power grid is, it's transforming, it delivers electricity from the power plant to basically to the homes of the people or business centers or whatever, to any location. So why Nigeria's power infrastructure has not improved, although they have been taking these loans? That is a question, but it sounds very familiar also. What's happening to the oil industry, to the crude oil of Nigeria, to the high level of corruption in the country? So for 105 times in the past decade, and for the sixth time in this year alone. Well, now, what are the impacts? Of course, this is it reverses the gains that has been made in power infrastructure and in terms of improving its grid stability, because it just keeps on collapsing. As I said, there are three majors that has been affected: Lagos, Abuja, and Kano. Now, these are the big cities, including the capital city. So we have, like, in Lagos, you have more than 16 million people, or 16.5, I think. In Abuja, there is 6. In Kano, if I'm not mistaken, I think 4.4 million people. So that's about 26 millions of people. And that is roughly 1/10 of Nigeria's population. So totally. But if you take the percentage of the people that gets power, only not 100% of the population is getting power. So that is even a higher percentage. So this collapse is happening, leaving millions of people in darkness. The power minister of Nigeria said, well, it has condemned, he has condemned it like everybody else, because this shows the poor infrastructure of the country. Bola Tinubu also has taken a loan in his time. That where does the money go? I mean, the corruption level in Nigeria is something despicable. We all have observed what happened since April, that after Aliko Dangote spilled the tea, what's happening in the oil cartels, in the name of international oil companies, how they are looting the country's crude oil. Nigeria is the largest crude oil producer. So he has said he just condemned like everybody else. Now, what are the Nigerians are saying? I would like to read some of the tweets that Nigerians have posted on their X handle. I would like to read to you, like, quote, "It is raining misery in Nigeria. Every call," this is somebody who's saying from diaspora, "every call I received today burdened my soul. How many collapses of the national power grid can any system tolerate? Road travel has been abandoned, according to a friend, because you are not sure the greater danger, police, thieves, or bandits, when you journey by road. And flying also has been priced out of reach as inflation drags the middle class into multidimensional poverty." So now this person on X is telling us the misery in Nigeria is not only with the power infrastructure, but in every aspect of the country in which it is expected to develop or to improve. So in terms of road, in terms of, safety, the security, the safety and security of the people, and it's all intertwined. Infrastructure, if you don't have the road infrastructure, then probably bringing power plant is power cables or the power grid is difficult or impossible. So, and then the inflation, the high inflation in the country, and that has made it flying totally impossible. Now, another person by the name David also shares on his X handle, quote, "Within 1 year, Minister Adebayo Adelabu is the power infrastructure minister, has been able to increase our power capacity from about 4,000 megawatts to 5,500 megawatts, now targeting 6,000 megawatts by December. When he said we should give time and we would be switching off our fridges, he meant it." So that time that was required from Nigerians to give time is actually to what's happening is the power collapse, like he's being sarcastic, this man on on X. So it's really, really sad. Now, what you should know is Nigeria, just to give you, the corruption are in every aspect. You have corruption in being in big contract frauds, contract of like service providers. You have the petty bribery in every level. You have the money laundering as well. There is also seizing salary from fake workers, in which companies, probably government, otherwise the private is paying itself. So I don't think the private one will do it like that. So the government, that is in the name of fake workers, you take salary in your own pocket. That's what's happening. That's another. And there's also embezzlement of funds that are acquired from big financial institutions, which the country has to pay in high amount of interest, and basically dragging the generation of the current generation and the upcoming generation of Nigeria into debts, because these funds are embezzled, they are misappropriated, they are used basically by individuals instead of using it to improve the infrastructure in the country. So these are all types of embezzlement happening and corruption happening in Nigeria. And also, let's not forget also what happened to Aliko Dangote, which he said that the so-called international oil companies these are the oil cartels, has almost stopped the Dangote oil refinery company, because they know that how this will affect their business. And also, Nigeria in 2024 alone, from January till July, the statistics shows that there has been on a daily basis more than 400,000 barrels per day has been looted. I mean, can you even, I can't even process it. To be specific, 437,000 of barrels per day has been looted from Nigeria. That's billions of dollars of the country, the dollars that the country gets in loan and then pays automatically with the sale of its crude oil. So basically leaving the reserve for the country, the national reserve, just empty. And the country has to keep on in the cycle of asking for loan and loan and loan in this cycle of loan. That's what's happening in the country. So Nigeria has been, just last January this year, it was producing, according to the data of OPEC. Now Nigeria is out of the OPEC list because it used to, in January, before that it was more, but January this year it was 1.4 million of barrels per day, its capacity. Now by July this year it was 1.1 million of barrels per day, which if it is less than 1.5, they will put you out of OPEC, okay? Then you lose all the benefits. This is what's because of looting. And this pipeline, the oil pipeline fire everywhere in Nigeria is very familiar. You know why that fire is happening? Because people just, break it and then try to take it to their own. That's how the looting of the barrels is happening from the pipeline, okay? From the infrastructure that the government has put. And this is all, the government is part of it, and the individuals are also part of it. And the so-called international oil companies in Nigeria are part of it, like ExxonMobil, Shell, BP, whatever you have. They're all Western oil companies that now. But dangote has come now, and it's taking over, not only in Nigeria, but now Europe is also buying that. It has also started the jet fuel. Let me not get started with Aliko Dange, because that story really fascinates me, and it's something that I have been following. So in the same token, this is what's happening also in the power grid collapse. Okay, power grids are stolen and sold. So it's really sad, unless it is, it's only the people of Nigeria can reverse this. No one else, not the government, not anyone. It's only the power is in the hands of the people. Anyway, if you're from Nigeria, please comment below and let us know what's happening in these states, and share your view as well. That will be really interesting. Thank you very much again for tuning in. Share the video with others. Give it a like if you if you think that this is informative enough, of course, and subscribe if you haven't done that so far. You may support us through our PayPal account. You can find it in the description section. That will help us to be here more often. It's a bye-bye for me for now, and I'll see you on the next one. Ciao.